So welcome for another video of algorithms with Leetcode. Alright, this is about some kids with candies. Let's try to understand it. Given the array candies and the integer extra candies. So we have an array here made up of candies, and we have an integer here, extra candies, where candies of I represents the number of candies that the ith kid has. So it means these two here. This is kid number 1. So kid number 1 has 2 candies. Kid number 2 has 3 candies. Kid number 3 has 5 candies. That's what it means by the number of candies that the ith kid has. For each kid, check if there is a way to distribute extra candies among the kids such that he or she can have the greatest number of candies among them. Notice that multiple kids can have the greatest number of candies. This is an example scenario. So we have this candies array here, and this is the extra candies 3. The output is this. And how do we get it? Explanation. Kid 1 has 2 candies, like we said it here. And if he or she receives all of the extra candies, so he has 2, if he receives all of these 3, he will now have 5 candies. And 5 is the greatest number here, so you automatically have the greatest number of candies. That is why we have true here. The same scenario for 3 here. If we give him the extra 3 candies, it becomes 6, and he will have the greatest. So this one will have true here. Now, the case of this one here, if he's given all of these 3 candies, he's going to have 4, which is not the greatest. That is why we have false here. So the same scenario appears for this example too. This is the candies we have right here, and the extra is 1. So the highest candy here is 4. That is why we have true. The other ones, even if this extra 1 candy is given to them, they all be less than 4. That is why we have all false here. Okay, the last example. Some kid has 12, another one 1, and the last kid 12 candies. The extra candies is 10. If we give the 10 to the kid with 1 candy, it's gonna make him with 11, which is less than the maximum. That is why we have false here. So we can begin to see like a pattern. We'll need to detect and the candies array what is the highest candy already. So I'll start by that. Like the maximum is let's open the node console to be sure that we have the function to get the maximum of an array. So this is just my test console. So if I have an array like this, 33, if I say array.max, not good. So we need to get the maximum. I thought it was a function for that in JavaScript. Okay, let's go to Google and check that. Okay, get the maximum of an array in JavaScript. Well, we can also write the algorithm for that. It's not an issue. I just want to check if there is a function, a JavaScript method that takes care of that already. Okay, let's see this one. math.max. Yes. Okay. So let's try that here. So math.max of array, it returns our 33. Remember, this is our array here. So math.max returns our 33. All right, let's apply that to our code. So you can copy this, and this is it, math.max of Candies. Okay, we got a maximum. Okay, how is that useful for us? Let's get this first scenario here. Okay, right here. This is our Candies array here. The extra is 3. The max is 5. So if we get the difference between 5 and 3, it's 2. So what does that mean? It means a kid is supposed to have at least 2 candies. It's such that if we add the extra candies on top, we can arrive at the maximum value. That is why for the 2 here, we have true. This one is 3, is above 2, so we have true. And this one is less than 2, the 1. That's why we have false. Same scenario for the second example here. The highest is 4, the maximum is 4. And if we do 4 minus 1, that's 3. So a kid is supposed to have at least 3 candies, such that if we add the extra, we get true, we get the maximum. That is why, since they are all less than 3, we have a false here. So we need to get the difference. The difference will be the maximum minus the extra candy. Or let's say the minimum amount. The minimum, the mean required candy that the student needs, a key needs to have. I can put this to a constant value since it doesn't change. So I need to traverse the candidate array and look for every candy that is less than the minimum required candy, and it will be false for that position. So let me construct my answer array. I will get the answer. Now I need to traverse the candies array. So the candies is for each candy. Now if the candy is less than the minimum required, then I'm gonna push false inside the answer. Else, if it's at least equal to a minimum candy, I'll push true. At the end of that, I can return my answer array. Let me delete this. Alright, let's run the code. Alright, so I think we're good to go. Alright, that's it, guys. So see you for another